The lights shine brightly over Charlotte Motor Speedway as we're here today for All-Star Weekend, the Winston All-Star Race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. But let's not forget as well too, this is the last chance qualifier we're doing first here. The Winston Open. 5 spots are left open for the main event that is the Winston All-Star Race. So the top 5 finishers of this event will transfer their way into the All-Star race, and of course if they're unlucky to do so this go round, well, better luck for the 600 is all I can say, which will be on this very same track. So that said, here's the starting lineup. On the pole, it's Zachary Fitzwater in car 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac. He's alongside number 17, Raphael Leduc in the Western Auto Chevrolet. This time he had 2 wins last season at this time, but he has to try to qualify his way in this time. Row 2 is car 66. It is Eric Monaco in the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Pontiac, quietly having a good season so far. He's alongside number 12, Ryan George, who's won a pole this season at Atlanta. Third row has car 33, Nathan Orman, the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile, and number 43, Mike Becker, the STP Pontiac, looking to turn his season around so far in what has been a disappointing start for that 43 team. Row 4 has car 10, Alexander Rowe in the Purilator Chevrolet, and number 24, the Team 3 Pontiac of Phil Parker. Going to row number 5, it's car 18, Ryan Brommer, the Navy Chevrolet, and number 19, Jackson Hayward, the Tyson Holly Farms Ford. Row number 6 has car number 90, it is Caleb Fogler in the Ford Motorsport Ford. He's alongside number 7, Aubrey Scott in the Hooters Ford. Row number 7 has car number 49, Reggie Fogelman, the Interstate Batteries Buick. He's alongside number 68, Ben Cohen in the Country Time Oldsmobile. Ben looking to join another rookie in the All-Star race himself. Ben's going to either win or finish top 5 to do so in a Country Time Oldsmobile, and he's been looking pretty good this season so far. Next row down is number 27, Daniel Voiles, and number 98, Matt McIntyre. Next row down is number 4. It is William Brock in the Kodak Film Chevrolet, He's alongside number 75, Laura Chung, and starting shotgun, it's car number... And starting shotgun, it is car number 6, Cody McGurk, and number 20, Rob Evans, starting shotgun in the field. So that's your starting lineup for today's running of the Winston All-Star Open, or simply called it the Winston Open at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's a 20-lap race here today. 20 laps for the Open, and to see who will finish in the top 5 after the 20 laps that will ensue. And if they do so, as I mentioned, they'll transfer into the All-Star race, which will be 2 20-lap segments. And when there's a new twist into it this season, we will talk about it when we get to the All-Star race itself. And here comes the command to fire the engines for the Winston Open at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Command given to fire the engines. Intercept racing here today on Intercept racing in the Winston Open. Hey, Charlie's built off a pit road. We'll be back for starter at Winston Open right after this. Zachary Fitzwater and Raphael Leduc will lead them to the green flag here in the Winston Open. 20 laps. That's what they got here today to try to settle the remaining 5 drivers that will qualify their way into the Open, or under the All-Star race by virtue of, by way of this race. Pace car comes on the pit road. Green flag is out, and we are underway in the Winston Open at Charlotte. Now, all this will be collaborated into one video, the Open and the All-Star race itself. There are 3 20-lap races here, 1 for the Open and 2 20-lap segments for the All-Star race itself, for a grand total of 60 laps, which will be the distance for the Coca-Cola 600, which will be held on this very same track. Next race on the tour, and unlike the All-Star race, it'll be the 600 will be counting for points. Unlike the All-Star weekend itself, which is a no points but bragging rights type of event. Leading the first lap was the 66 car of Eric Monaco, who has now slid back in that 66 machine here. as Ormond, Alexander Rowe, and Ryan Brommer goes inside. Brommer goes inside, or I should say pushes Rowe at the top spot, that bright orange and white Chevrolet. There are several drivers in this field who's never made the All-Star race here. Could this be a first time for some of those drivers? Ryan Brommer hopes that he can make his way in this season. Caleb Fogler, number 90 car, won a race last season. That came at the second race at Richmond, and he sure would like to get in the All-Star races himself. There, he's got the car that can do it. Number 90 car to the out inside takes the lead, takes position away, takes the lead, I should say, on this lap here. As 3 laps are in the books and 17 laps remaining in the open. Here comes Daniel Boyle's low side. He's got the 4 car of William Brock behind him. Actually, I should go ahead and I said I was going to wait till the All-Star race itself. I'm actually going to go ahead and reveal the plot twist that we're going to have in the All-Star races season. This season here, because this season you're actually going to get a penalty for actually winning the first segment, because after the first segment is over, you are going to the field will line up in reverse order of the finishing order, unless of course one of the cars is out of the race, then he or she will there's no way he or she will return back. Then it's the next lowest on the list, of course. But the finishing order of the All-Star race, of the first segment of the All-Star race will be reversed in as to how they line up in the second segment. That is to say, of course, if you win the first segment, you will start last, and if you finish last in the first segment, and you'll start pole, unless you're one of the cars out of the race, then the next lowest down, the next one up on that bottom part of the list will start pole, and so on and so forth. So you kind of gonna get what I mean by all that. It takes a long time to explain. Right now, it's the Oldsmobile Laura Chun who leads this lap right there. The Dennerbell Oldsmobile car 75, and here comes Bill Parker, the Raging Cajun, down the low side, number 24. He's got Rob Evans behind him, and 98 car of Matt McIntyre in the Banquet Frozen Foods car. Matt McIntyre has fond memories of this place. He won the Melliella 500 a few seasons back on this track when we had when we were in the GNS mod. And here comes Mike Becker, 43 car to the low side. He's going to take the lead away. And whoa, Becker and McIntyre and Evans got a little bit cozy coming off turn number 2. That's Mike Becker to the top spot, and oh, Matt McIntyre is in a very vulnerable spot. And he gets out of jam because he squeezes in front of the 20 car of Rob Evans as Jackson Haywood tries to go for second position as he tries to join Keith Batson and Cat Batson, both in the All-Star race itself. They're both here. Keith is in by virtue of being a former season champion, and Cat made her way in by virtue of winning at Talladega a couple races back in the Winston 500. Zachary Fitzwater, car number 30, the low side right there, on board Zachary Fitzwater's car. Zachary has our in-car camera for today for the All-Star Open. The view from the back end of Zachary Fitzwater's car, looking right at Mike Becker in 43, the STP Pontiac. Almost 170 miles an hour around the Charlotte Motor Speedway with CTS physics at least. We do plan on running Cup 90 GNS physics though when we come here for the 600. Off the fourth turn to come here, Ryan Brommer and Eric Monaco. I think Brommer led that lap. Yes, he did. Second and a quarter separate the front 20 cars in this race here. Fast lap race so far set by Ben Cohen at 168.524. All 10 cars over 168 miles an hour, so that tells you how even these cars are. As we said, any driver can make it away and can make his or her way into the top 5. And Alexander Rowe, you know he wants to try too in that number 10 machine. So will Orman and everybody else behind him there. William Brock, winner of the Pepsi 400 last season, the number 4 car, while Nathan Ormond won last season at Michigan in the first Michigan event. And here comes Brock down the left side of the Kodak film, a Chevrolet rather. It was an Oldsmobile at this point last season. Fogelman down the left side, that green and black Buick. Car 49 down the left side, Reggie Fogelman looking to surprise here. And here comes number 90, Caleb Fogler. He's got Laura Chung, Rob Evans, and Daniel Voiles behind. A Ford being followed by 3 Oldsmobiles and a Pontiac. And that bunch as well too, the Pontiac being driven by Zachary Fitzwater. Inside Zachary Fitzwater's car 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac. Off the fourth turn to come here, Caleb Fogler out in front right now. Here comes number 27, Daniel Voiles. That was close to the line here, but give it to Fogler at the line that time by. 5 to go in the Winston Open. The third and fourth turns they come here. Fitzwater down the low side. He's got the top spot for the time being. And Cody McGurk, who nearly won at Talladega, he'd like to make his way in the race itself too, the All-Star race. 20 cars entered the Open. 5 of them can advance, and we'll see who the 5 are at the checkered flag here. Fitzwater wants to stay out front, but here comes McGurk. Low side here. He wants to join Quentin Moore and Tori Gossett as the 2 drivers in the All-Stars. Quentin got him a winning 2 championships, and Gossett got him a winning the race at Martinsville. And Cody McGurk, as I said, he nearly won at Talladega. He wants to make his way in by getting redemption from that. But the way they're going right now, I don't know if we can hold them up for 3 more laps. Bill Parker, he's won at this track before. He wants to make his way in. Aubrey Scott, car 7. He wants to join Colin Cropley and Noah Sewell and Mitchell Hodak. In this race there, all 3 of them made their way in. Speed shot. That's what over 165 miles an hour looks like going by as the white flag will wave this time by. Here comes Jackson Haywood, car 19, Mike Becker in 43, Raphael Leduc, car 17. Those 3 guys may be in a catbird seat to get one of the 5 spots. It'll be the white flag this time by though, as they have 1 more lap in the Winston Open. Mike Becker, who is last place in the points coming into this event, this will be a season saver for him if he can make his way into the race here. Season saver at this point in the season there, because we still got quite a few races to go here. The 600 will be race number 11 on the season. And Eric Monaco goes on the race right here. Can Leduc hold on to the top 5 spot here? Checker flag waves. Mike Becker wins the Winston Open. And so it's Becker winning, then Eric Monaco, I think, got second. Third will be Ryan George. Raphael Leduc did get fourth, and the last transfer spot goes to Alexander Rowe in car number 10. He'll be the fifth and final transfer into the Winston. And that fifth place, and for fifth place here, Alexander Rowe held off Jackson Haywood by 7/100ths of a second at the start-finish line. Average speed 166.251. And Mike Becker wins the Winston Open for season 35 to transfer his way into the All-Star race here. Boy, again, their transfers are going to be Mike Becker, Eric Monaco, Ryan George, Raphael Leduc, and Alexander Rowe. That's your 5 finishers. The top 5 that will transfer their way in. 6 through 10 will be Jackson Haywood, Reggie Fogelman, Phil Parker, Laura Chung, and Cody McGurk. So close for those drivers right there, but of course, as I've said, better luck for the 600. And then the rest of the field on down, Nathan Orman, Aubrey Scott, William Brock, Zachary Fitzwater, Ryan Brommer, Caleb Fogler, Ben Cohen, Daniel Voiles, Rob Evans, and Matt McIntyre. So that's your finishers in the season 35 Winston Open. We'll be right back for the season 35 Winston All-Star Race when we come back here at Charlotte.
Frank, did you have any ignition problems?
Back at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we are set to go for the main event, the Winston All-Star Race from Charlotte Motor Speedway, Charlotte, North Carolina. As we are here for 40 laps of action, and we'll have all split into two 20-lap segments. And here's your starting lineup for this event here. On the pole, the number 8 Snickers Buick. He got in this race by winning the season at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's Noah Sewell in his first ever Winston All-Star Race appearance. Alongside of him, the winner of the season at Martinsville Speedway, the number 21 Go Ford. She's a rookie in this series. She's Tori Gossett. Row 2 has car number 2, Dylan Young, starting in third position. He got in his season by winning his All-Star Race by winning the season. Actually, by winning the season 30 championship. Here, alongside of him, the number 3 GM Gibbert Chevrolet. He got in this All-Star Race by being a 2-time series champion and winning the Daytona 500 this season. It's Cole Deaver behind the wheel. Starting in fifth, the number 11 Budweiser Ford. She got in this race by winning the season at Talladega. She's Kat Batson beside her in row number 3, starting in 6th position in car 26, the Quaker State Buick. He is a 3-time series champion. That's how he got in. Plus, he also won the season at North Wilkesboro. He's Joshua Osborne. Going to row number 4, starting in 7th position, the 6-time series champion, the Coors Light Melling Ford. She's car number 9. She's Jessica Shelton. Beside her is car number 55, the season 10 series champion. Making his return to the series, he is number 55, Chris Darton, the Jasper Engines Pontiac, the man from the state of Texas. Going to row number... Starting in 9th position, car 42, the Mellow Yellow Pontiac, it's Kyle Matthews. His season, the 3-time series champion, and also winner of the season at Rockingham. We're starting in 10th position. The first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series champion, the number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile, it's Dylan Poteet behind the wheel. Starting in 11th position in car 22, the Maxwell House Ford, the winner of the season at Richmond, Virginia. Making his first ever All-Star appearance, it's Mitchell Hodak in car 22. Alongside in car 25, the Kodiak Chevrolet. He got in his race by winning the season at Bristol Motor Speedway, the Food City 500. It's Colin Cropley. Starting in 13th position in car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford. He got in his race by being the season 24 series champion. It's car 28, Keith Batson. Beside him in car 73, the Slam Fast Oldsmobile, veteran in the NNSCRA. He got his race by winning the season at Darlington. It's car 73, Carson Gum. Starting in 16th position in car 71, starting in 15th, I should say, in car 71, the Big Apple Marcus Chevrolet. He's the season 19 series champion, or season 15 series champion, excuse me. He's car 71. He's Charles Sanford, the California Crusher. Beside him in car number 1, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. He got in this race by being the season 17 series champion by only winning one race that year. He's Trent Dunham in car number 1. Next door down, his car number 15, the Motorcraft Ford. Here, starting in 17th position. He's the defending series champion, 2-time champion. He is Quentin Moore, the Tennessee Twister. Beside him in car number 52, the season 28 series champion, the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. It's car 52, the leader of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole. Starting in 19th position in car 43, the STP Pontiac. He got in this race by winning the Winston Open. It's car 43, Mike Becker. Beside him in car 66 is the Phil 66 Truck Arctic Pontiac of Eric Monaco. He finished second in the Winston Open. Starting 21st in the Winston All-Star race, but when he got in his race, finishing third in the Winston Open. It's car 12, the bestest Buick of Ryan George. And beside him is car 17, the Western Auto Chevrolet of Raphael LeDuc. He finished fourth in the Winston Open. And starting shotgun by getting the last transfer spot is car 10, the Peter Later Chevrolet of Alexander Rowe.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Man going inside the engine as they're set to go racing here. And the Winston All-Star race here. The air is electric to Charlotte Motor Speedway. The lights shine brightly over the speedway. As Bill gets to be let off a paper, but the pace car will be back from the restart the race right after this. Through the third and fourth turns they come. The season 35 Winston All-Star race is about to unfold here. 20 laps in the first segment. And the lineup for the second segment will be determined in reverse order of the finishing order of the first segment. So here they come to start finish line. The green flag is about to fly, and the Winston All-Star race is underway. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls. Noah Sewell leads the first lap of this race here as they come off turn number 2. And now Kat Batson, car number 11, goes to the inside. Looks to take the lead away from Steele as they come off the fourth turn. Jessica Shelton moves inside the Coors Light Milling Ford, car number 9. Second lap of this race completed here. Last lap by the leader, 177.620 miles an hour. As they always say, that nighttime is the right time at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it's about the truth here when it comes to a race like this here in the Winston. Inside of Trent Dunham in car number 1, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. Carrying one of our green car cameras in this All-Star race here. Trent Dunham, Dylan Young, and Cole Deaver will be your in-car cameras in today's race, and tonight's Open, tonight's Winston All-Star race, I should say. And they'll be the same 3 cameras being carried for the Coca-Cola 600. Falling up ahead of Dunham running in third position behind Carson Gunn with Joshua Osborne. Let's go to turns 3 and 4 right now as they come come off the fourth turn now. Cole Deaver right there behind as they come off the fourth turn. Osborne ducks inside of Carson Gunn, but not enough. Noah Sewell diving low side now, the pole set for the All-Star race. And car number 3, Cole Deaver, jumps out in front now in the GM Government Chevrolet. Started the season off fast by winning the Daytona 500. It's not seen victory lane since, so there have been 9 winners in the first 10 races of the season. Only Kyle Matthews has repeated as winners here as the winner of the season. And Matthews, speaking of Matthews, he's lost the draft in number 42 car, probably knowing that he'll be the pole sitter if he finishes in the second segment. If he finishes last, because that little plot, because we told you the twist. We told you the twist. It's going to happen. That we added for this season. That the lineup for the second segment will be in reverse order of the finishing segment in the finishing order in the first segment. Mike Becker, one of the drivers that got him by winning via the Winston Open, he leads this race now as they in car 43. He won the Winston Open. And Ryan George along with him as well too. You remember George finished 3rd. And now one of the rookies, Tori Gossett, is your leader now. She has been solid so far this season and has had a solid rookie season, as has Ben Cohen for that fact too. Cohen unfortunately did not make the All-Star race himself there via the Open. Whereas Gossett, on the other hand, got in by winning at Martinsville, the 8th race of the season. In fact, dominated that race at Martinsville. After a first try there. And meantime, Mitchell Hodak, you remember he won at Richmond this season, and Dylan Young to the inside, former series champion from the low side, Dylan Young. Looking to make things happen this season as well too. That Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. Remember last season he did not win a race until Phoenix, the next to the last race of the season. Young had kind of an up and down season this last season. Looking to have another one this way this season as well too. Speaking of up and down seasons though, that's what Charles Sanford unfortunately has happened to the number 71 car. He has been absolutely feast or famine this season as well too. And the California, the man they call the California Crusher. And now Rafael Leduc leads that lap here as we have completed 12 laps in this race here. Keith Batson now goes to the top spot, and quite behind him, Quentin Moore in number 15, and number 10, Alexander Rowe, who got the 5th and final transfer spot in the Open. Well, he's just been, Alexander Rowe must have found some special setup at Charlotte, because he has run so far. He's running good so far. Off the porch when it comes in, Dylan Pote jumps out in front now to the Sunoco Oldsmobile, completing the 14th lap of this race here, and we have got six completing the 13th lap of this race. I should say we have 7 laps to go. In car number 73, Carson Gunn leads the race here. Now here comes Kat Batson and Jessica Shelton. Nose to tail the 11 and the 9 cars. Chris Darton right there behind, as is the car of Cole Deaver in car 3, the GM Government Chevrolet here. Off that fourth turn now. Here comes Darton. Here comes Deaver to the low side. The 3 car. 5 to go now in segment number 1. Holding third position right now. Trent Dunham goes inside, trying to get past Deaver. Back inside with Trent in car number 1. And there's the view from Cole Deaver's perspective. The GM Goodwin Chevrolet being dropped off Dunham's car to try to push Dunham to the lead. But here comes number 12, Ryan George. He'll take the lead away and followed by another vehicle, Joshua Osborne in 26. And Dylan Young, in fact, not far away as well, too. You got 3 of the camera cars that are almost together. Dylan Young following behind his buddy Seth Cullen, car 52. And now Eric Monaco goes inside, tries to get past Osborne in 26 car. He'll take the lead. And meantime, they're about to put Kyle Matthews a lap down in car 42. Matthews falling out of the drive. Matthews better keep it better. Matthews is falling out of the draft big time there, and that car's way off speed-wise. So Matthews, no question, will start from the pole in the Winston All-Star in the second segment, though, because he is last place right now, unfortunately for him. The white flag waves, however, in the first segment, as they have got 1 lap remaining, and Eric Monaco trying to hold him off in segment number 1. Dylan Young right there behind us is Noah Sewell and Mike Becker. So on the backstretch now, here comes Young to the low side in car number 2 as he and Monaco side by side for the lead. And Dylan Young pulls ahead, and here comes Noah Sewell to the low side. He's going to take a shot at it, and first segment is over. Short at the line, Dylan Young wins segment number 1 in the Winston All-Star race. But he does get a penalty. He'll start last in the Winston All-Star in segment 2. We saw Charles Sanford and Alexander Rowe kind of leaning on each other a little bit as they come on the backstretch here, coming off turn number 2 to end the first 20-lap segment. There's the finishing order here in segment number 1. So that means Kyle Matthews, by virtue of falling a lap down, he'll be starting first in segment number 2 when we come back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. After this, here Dylan Young wins the first segment. Segment number 2 coming up next. So, field lined up for segment number 2 in the Winston All-Star race at Charlotte Motor Speedway here. The field's been inverted. Reverse order of the finishing order in segment number 1. So that's Kyle Matthews gets his lap back, and he'll be the leader of the event here so far. Colin Cropley second, third is Cole Deaver, fourth is Chris Darton, fifth is Ryan George. Race winner Dylan Young gets shuffled back to starting last by virtue of winning the Winston Open. It's a Winston All-Star race, I should say. That's the penalty you do pay for this event, I should say, too, here. Pace car comes out to number 4. 20 laps to go in the Winston All-Star race, and who's going to win it? Yeah, no more reversing the finishing order for the next segment, and no more inverting the field. This is all real now, and it's for bragging rights at this point here for the All-Stars. As they go into turn number 3, speeds we mentioned almost over 175 miles an hour in the draft out of these race cars. Cole Deaver jumps out in front to lead the first lap of the second segment. second turn they come here. Brian George out in front. Trent Dunham goes inside now. Joshua Osborne pushing Dunham in car 26 there as they come in the third and fourth turns here. And Jessica Shelton pulling up behind Osborne here. Those two have had some history between each other. Not just in this series, but also in some of the other series these two have been in together. Although you can't say they're bitter rivals. You can't say that, to be honest. Shelton being pushed by her buddy Charles Sanford, going through turns 3 and 4 now. Keith Batson, he's got Quentin Moore behind him. I almost said his wife Kat almost. That's not the Budweiser car. That's the Motorcraft car that Keith's running behind Keith right now. Keith Batson, car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford in second position right now. But here comes 15, Quentin Moore. He's got his girlfriend, Tori Gossett. 21 car here, new to the Q-Man Motorsports team this season. And yet, here she is in the All-Stars herself. Through the third and fourth turns they come here. Gossett tries to go inside of Batson, not quite enough here. Now she goes inside, and blocks the maneuver by Mike Becker in car 43. Mike Becker, the 43 car, up in front now. Here comes Dylan Young. Up behind him, runs in a row in car 10. Noah Sewell, the pole sitter for the All-Stars himself in car number 8. And here comes Eric Monaco, who almost won the first segment here in the 66 car after qualifying his way via the Open. Down the back stretch they come here. Noah Sewell dives inside of the 8 car, or 2 cars instead of Dylan Young. Inside with Dylan Young in car number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. And another Pontiac to the low side. That's the 66 car of Eric Monaco being pushed by Mitchell Hodak in car 22. Seth Cole behind him. He's in another Pontiac, light blue 52. All push to each other. Try to get in position as they come through turns number 3 and 4 now. Cat Batson up behind the 73 car of Carson Gunn. Matthews in 42 to the low side. He gets past Dylan Young. Matthews having a better run in this race than he did in this segment than he did in the last one. Remember, he was out of the draft in the last segment, got a lap down right there, and by virtue of the finishing, reversing the finishing order, he got his lap back. Carson Gunn down the low side takes the lead away as they come off the second turn now. Rafaela Duke, the man who got into this race by finishing 4th in segment number 1 in the Winston Open. He gets pushed to the front by Matthews as they come off the 4th turn now. Colin Cropley in 3rd position here. Matthews jumps inside now. The pole sitter for the second segment. Check the fast lap of this race so far. 173.829 miles an hour in the second segment there. That is set by Chris Darton in 55 car. Cropley, low side now in the 55 machine. He's got the lead now. Darton dives inside. Poteet in 94 cars. Shelton in the 9. Dunham in number 1. On board with Cole Deaver in car number 3. Up ahead of him, Trent Dunham in number 1. 12 laps in the books, 8 laps remaining in the Winston. Cropley up the high side right there. Right there, gets caught up on the high side, I should say. Deaver now goes inside. He's going to try to push Dunham by Shelton as he goes into turn number 3. And Trent moves just up the track. Trent Dunham dives inside, now he goes inside of Dylan Poteet for the top spot. He's got it. A couple of Tweenix teammates going at it. Deaver now has the inside lane here. He's getting the push from Ryan George in the 12. Chevy, Buick, Ford, Chevy, Buick, Ford, Buick, and Ford, and the front 5 cars in the inside lane. And now Ryan George swings down low to the inside. 14 down in the second segment, 6 laps remaining, and overall in this race. Working on the 35th lap of this All-Star event. Off that 4th turn they come here. Inside now on Tori Gossett. This is for the lead. Segment number 2 about to come to its end. (16 laps in the books there. 4 to go in the second and final segment of this race. Going in second position, here comes Charles Sanford, former All-Star winner himself, in car 71. Alexander Rowe, car number 10. Could he surprise everybody in this Winston? Not many people have won this race after making their way in via the open. And Mike Becker's another one of those drivers who's made it in by the open, not only via the open, but winning the open. And number 43 car, he could possibly pull it off. Charles Sanford sees 2 to go to side by, but here comes Becker. He's got the Batsons right behind him, the 11 and 28 cars. Cat in the 11, Keith in 28. Can it maybe be 1, 2 for the Batsons and the All-Stars? I don't know. Cat to the low side now. Keith has the inside now, 28. Noah Sewell, he started from the pole overall in this All-Star race here. Keith to the low side now. The white flag's gonna be waving. 1 lap remaining. Keith Batson, who won the 600 last season. Can he hold them all off for the last 3/4 of a lap in this race? Noah Sewell's got anything to say about that in an 8 car. Sewell looks to the inside. Batson has him in tow at this point. Through the 3rd and 4th turns now. Can no one make the move on that 4th turn now? Here they come out the 4th turn. Sewell stays behind him. He's going to make one last shot. Not going to happen. Keith Batson wins the season 35 Winston All-Star race. Justice Davey Allison did at this race in 1991. except it was running daylight that very year, as a matter of fact, if I recall correctly. Here, Keith Batson takes that same colors and the same year model car to victory lane in the season 35 Winston All-Star event there. The Texaco Havoline car number 28 wins here at Charlotte in the All-Stars. And, oh boy, what a race that was here. Noah Sewell comes home second. Third will go to Eric Monaco. Fourth to Mitchell Hodak. Fifth to Cat Batson. Then Seth Cole, Mike Becker, Carson Gum, Charles Sanford, and Chris Darton, the top 10 in today's event. Or tonight's event, I should say, here in the Winston. Average speed 171.549 in the All-Star second segment. And the rest of the finishing order here: Alexander Rowe comes home in 11th, Kyle Matthews 12th, Dylan Young 13th, 14th to Rafael LeDuc, Quentin Moore matches his car number, finishing 15th, 16th Jessica Shelton, 17th Tori Gossett, 18th Colin Cropley, 19th to Ryan George, 20th Dylan Poteet, 21st Joshua Osborne, Trent Dunn 22nd, and Cole Deaver was last in the All-Star race itself. So 49 thousandths of a second the margin of victory in today's event. And congratulations once again to Keith Batson, the winner of the season 35 Winston All-Star race. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA has goals are to have for a show, be sure to check out Seth Sell Cup Series, the main series on this channel. If you want to feature on future seasons of the Seth series, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other two channels that does other channel that does NNSCRA offline. That channel being X86753098588X. That's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also to check out the channel that he and Kyle Matthews is doing together called We the Coasters. If you are a roller coaster / amusement park / theme park fan, then We the Coasters is a channel for you. And also subscribe to that channel if you're interested in that as well too. And also subscribe to this channel you're watching here, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, for some cool stuff as well too. So that will do it. So that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 11 years of offline racing. I especially will see you back at Charlotte Motor Speedway for race number 11, the Coca-Cola 600.